just a normal day, walking to school, go to school. And I didn't know anything was going on until kids started leaving school early. I start walking home, I see my neighbor, and he tells me about what happened. He's like, a plane hit the Trade Center. I go inside, I ask my mom, like, Mom, is everyone okay? Is Dad okay? Is Uncle Timmy okay? When my dad came home at night, I knew that something really bad happened.
I witnessed the second building come down. When we saw it come down and you saw all the dust going up in the air, I was really concerned for the guys in my firehouse because I knew that they had responded. I didn't know how many guys responded. A lot of guys went there off duty, so we lost a total of 12 guys out of 25. It wasn't until the mid-afternoon till I saw somebody that knew me and my brother personally told me that he saw my brother heading towards the South Tower when the South Tower came down. And that was at that point that I knew that, it was a pretty good chance my brother was gone.
I really truly thought that he was not gone. I really thought that. I thought something, I was just praying, hopefully, that wouldn't happen.
In 1998, my brother was burned very, very bad. He came back from it. I really thought he was indestructible. I didn't think he could get killed. I thought, God had another plan for him. He was my guy. He's the one who taught me about football. He's the one who told me about the New York City Fire Department. He would be laying in bed next to me growing up. When he got on the fire department when he was 21, I was 15, gonna be 15, and all he did was talk about the New York City Fire Department in bed next to me. And my father would have to come in the room and tell him to shut up and go to bed.
You're a football guy, you're a football family. Did football help in some way soothe all the terrible heartache?
When I would come home from digging at the pile, I'd come home at night for practice twice a week, and I would step on the field to coach football. And that was my only time during the week that I was not thinking about the World Trade Center, thinking about the pile, thinking about my brother. It was my outlet to get away and just be at peace. Football brought that to me. Football brought peace to me at a very, very trying time.
Fires downfield, and Conroy is leveled. Big hit by Tim Stackpole.
It makes me proud that my son is a football player. He's a good football player. He has the passion for football that I have and that my brother had. And it also makes me proud that every time you hear Timmy Stackpole, I do think of my brother.
The ball comes loose and the Friars will have it.
And that's Timmy Stackpole.
Everywhere I go, everyone asks me, "You related to him?" Yes, and it just feels great. It really does.
Timmy, you're going to go to West Point Prep next year, and then you'll be at the academy 2 years from now. Was West Point a destination because of what happened on September 11th, 10 years ago?
I'm a big fan of Pat Tillman. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows the story about Pat Tillman, and just Pat Tillman, he was just a great man. I mean, he gave up everything for our country, and I just always wanted to give back. I chose West Point over many different schools, and it's the best education, and I get to give 5 years of my life to a country that I love.
What does this weekend mean for the Stackpole family?
For me, it's an outlet again. I've said to many people, I hate this week that builds up to 9/11. All the talking about it and brings back a lot of bad memories that I kind of get in a bad mood sometimes, where I really try not to talk too much about it. But I like to talk about my brother, who was a great man. So football was a big part of my brother's life. It's a big part of our life as the Stackpole house. I believe in football. It teaches the kids the most about life, the teamwork that goes into it, practicing 5 days a week for one game. It's like life. Work 5 days a week, you get one paycheck.
Mike, as we sit here today at St. Anthony, recently they've put up one of the beams from the Twin Towers. What's that mean to you to know that this school has a part of Ground Zero on its property?
I think it's a great thing. It just shows that we're never going to forget. We're going to move on as a country, and we should move on, because I'm sure every person who died that day at 9/11 would want us to move on, but they don't want us to forget. So for Brother Gary and the people here at St. Anthony's to do this and put this memorial up touches me personally, dear to my heart, and I love it. I really, truly like that nobody's going to forget about the people that we lost that day.